Hey, folks, it's Rick Manning, Americans for Limited Government. Just wanted to come in for a minute here and just give you almost an unbelievable fact that the Washington Post is reporting that the FBI was searching for nuclear materials and nuclear codes and the like at Mar-A-Lago. And that's why they had to go in after 18 months and have a subpoena and go in with 300 people to try to raid the president's home and go through Melania's closets and the like. If you believe that this was over nuclear codes, I'd like to sell you some swampland. You probably still believe that the Steele report is valid. It's such a odd concoction to try to justify the raid. And the problem that they have, and the reason they're making this stuff up and feeding it to their house organ, the Washington Post, is because they're in trouble. People know that this was wrong. People know that this can't just be, over our archivist and that kind of stuff. So they had to create some sense of a problem. Here's the key. The nuclear codes, if they were worried about nuclear codes, the nuclear codes are changed after every president. So even if President Trump had the nuclear codes, the nuclear codes were invalid. Password got changed. Sorry, no longer have access. So just from a practical perspective, there's nothing in there that would have made any sense to do this kind of raid. We know that to be true. We know the FBI is trying to create a backstory to try to fill in what was clearly nothing more than an intimidation campaign. And I will tell you, it was intended, the intimidation campaign may have worked. Here's what we know. We know that they not just 7.5 hours going through the president's residence, 7.5 hours. We know that they weren't accompanied by President Trump's attorneys, so there's no chain of custody that can be trusted with anything they might have pulled out of there. We also know that they went through Melania's closets and they went through the personal effects of the president and his wife, and probably Barron too. So what was this really about? It was about intimidation. It was about sending a message that if we can do this to former President of the United States, we can do it to you. It was about trying to get people to stand down and start, turning over, even if they don't have anything to turn over on. This is a straight out intimidation aimed at anybody who's a Trump supporter, saying you better shut up and get in line. Well, as for me, I'm not shutting up and getting in line. I hope you won't too. Go to the Daily Torch, get the article we've written on the Take Action campaign, and share that with all your friends. We need to be able to get millions of emails into the House and Senate Republicans so they'll stand firm. If they don't hear from you, they won't stand. We need you to be letting them know. So we've created an easy way to do it. Go to dailytorch.com, click on the article on the end persecution of Donald Trump and his supporters, and just send an email to every Republican in Congress so they know that you expect them to stand up against this abuse of power. This is Rick Manning, Americans for Limited Government. Thank you for listening.